My name is Susan Johnson. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. I'm also the founder of the Kick Cancer Movement, and I'm a presidential diamond with doTERRA Essential Oils. And I use this space online to really educate and empower you on how to live your healthiest life possible, and really how to thrive. I've been focusing in the last few years on cancer. That's been something that has been really close to our home, and I'm going to share a little bit about our story, but also what we've created through that. So about 4.5 years ago, my son Kicker, it was December 4th, 2013, and my son Kicker, who was almost 3, was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. And of course, it was devastating. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. My job was to keep people healthy, to keep people from getting disease, let alone cancer. So you can imagine how devastating, how humbling it was. And many of you know our story. I actually shared a lot of the details of our story, including those thoughts and those feelings in the first few days of our diagnosis, and just how broken that I was. And I shared that on our blog. You can find that at susanjohnson.com and go to the blog, and you'll find it under our most recent post. It's called Our Cancer Story. So through that process, we were fortunate to be surrounded by people who loved us, who were praying for us, but also people who had tools and resources to help us know how to help our son. Of course, we had a great oncology team that used conventional Western medicine to support him. But in addition to that, we were able to help address the underlying cause of what was going on in his body by using nutrition, by using detoxification, using essential oils to support his immune system. We were able to learn how to use self-care and how to clean up our environment to really provide an environment, a healthy emotional state for our son to heal. And what we learned in that is that when we were too weak to stand on our own, and we were too weak to even do research, you guys, in the first few days, I couldn't even Google acute lymphoblastic leukemia, let alone try to figure out how to spell it. I was too exhausted. All I knew was that he had cancer, and I didn't really know how I would have the energy to keep going. And so some of you might be feeling that way, or you know someone who has walked through something similar, and I'd ask you right now to share this with them. You can simply share this Facebook Live or the Instagram Live, because there are many people out there that are feeling that same way. They're feeling exhausted, they're feeling stuck. They don't know how to move forward with this new diagnosis. Potentially, they could have been walking through cancer and a cancer diagnosis for the last 6 months, for the last 6 years, and just still feeling exhausted. And like I was saying, we saw people rise up and hold us together and support us through that. And whether it was friends and prayers or practitioners who locked arms with us and said, we're going to teach you how to help him thrive. And so for our 3.5 journey of cancer with our son, we watched him thrive. And we saw him do so well. And I couldn't help but share our story and start to talk to other cancer families who were walking through the same thing and tell them what we were doing. And their outcome wasn't the same. They weren't experiencing success. Their child wasn't thriving. We had many situations where I would have a mom call me and tell me that her child was on hospice, and that her child was vomiting every hour on the hour, and they couldn't get out of the hospital, and they didn't know what to do. And so I couldn't help but figure out, how can I help people? How can I put together information that is going to get out there and help these families who are feeling desperate, who want hope, and how can I make it accessible and put it in one spot where they can just access it literally while they're laying in their bed? Because in the beginning of our journey, I was laying in bed a lot. I was laying in bed with my son. I was laying in bed on my own, just feeling awful and scared and sad. And so how could I get this information out there that we learned, and all of the steps that we took to help Kicker, to help our son? And so over the course of the last year, I have been working so hard on a course, and I'm going to get emotional because I knew this is something that I was called to do and called to create, to help those of you guys out there who are feeling hopeless. You're feeling so discouraged, you're feeling scared, and you want to know how you can feel well, or how you could help your loved one feel well through a devastating diagnosis like cancer. So I have spent thousands of hours in the last year putting together a program that you can walk through from your bedroom, lying in bed with your loved one when you don't have the energy to get up. And the whole purpose of this was to give you the steps that we took in a tangible way to help our son. So through this course that I created, you will have lifetime access to it. Like I said, you can access it at the convenience of your own home through your computer. There is no deadline, there's no timeline. You do it as you feel able. I teach you about nutrition. I provide a meal plan. I provide shopping lists. I provide how-to videos on how to make certain healing foods. I talk about essential oils, how to use them to support symptoms and to support the imbalances in the body, how to use them to help your body thrive. I talk about detoxification and how you can safely but effectively detox even while you're on conventional medicine. I talk about how to clean up your environment and the importance of taking certain toxins out of your home. I provide you with resources and lists and even coupons to purchase cleaner ingredients for your home. I talk about self-care. You guys, I even included a workout plan with workout videos from one of my dear friends who runs a virtual workout program for you in the self-care section, all catered to the fact that you would most likely be walking through cancer. So you're not going to feel amazing. You're not going to want to run 10 miles. The self-care section is so important. I'm going to be sharing next week on my blog how important it is and why it matters, because I know for me in the beginning, I didn't prioritize self-care. As a caregiver, I learned pretty quickly that I needed to prioritize that in order to actually help my son. So through this course, you will learn every single thing that we did to help my son, but now the thousands of other people that we've helped with this information. And so what I did is I provided a free training so that you can really get a little bit more of a glimpse of what this course would look like and see if it's right for you. So you can click on Facebook. I included the link to sign up for the free training online in the title of this video. You can find a time that works for you to join us on the free training. And then on Instagram, I'm going to provide that link as soon as I upload this video into my Instagram TV. I want you to watch it. It's going to take about 45 minutes, an hour if you stay through and ask questions, and we want to do our best to answer all of your questions. But again, you guys, I know for a fact that this course was supposed to be created, and sometimes I think that part of our reason of walking through this journey with our son was so that God could use his story and our story to help other people and to empower other people to really thrive through cancer. And so I hope that you'll find the benefits that so many others have. I just talked to a woman yesterday, and her 18-month-old boy is walking through a pretty aggressive form of cancer, and she's already completed the course. It's only been out for about a week, and she's walked through it. She said she's gone through it a couple times, and she has found it so invaluable. She said she doesn't know what she would do without it. And it was hearing that, and I got off the phone and I became really emotional. I told my husband, I said, that's all that matters. If one person benefits from the information that we put together, we know we've done our job. So I invite you to watch the free training. If you know somebody that could benefit from this information, please share this with them. And I will make sure to continue to share, continue to post about testimonies and experiences that we're hearing from other people that are walking through this course. So thank you guys. Thanks for always supporting me and just coming on and giving me love. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And I'm really excited to see what happens for those of you who get to participate in this online course. Have a wonderful day. I will see you next week on our Keeping It Real here on Facebook and on Instagram. Bye, you guys.